Hello and welcome to Yvette's Empowerment Show. I am your host, Yvette, and this is my first show, so I just want to give you a little bit of information about my journey and why I feel that I'm qualified to walk with you and help you. First of all, I know this is going to sound crazy to non believers, but I have to put this out there. I am an empath, a light worker, that is a healer, and I am an earth angel. Okay? So, what this means is that by me being an empath, a light worker, and an earth angel, they're all empathic. Okay? So, what I feel from other people, their emotions, is times 10 on some occasions, not always. Like, I can't go to funerals. Weddings are just, oh my God, it's just over emotional. Sometimes I can't even go to Walmart. I go to Walmart or, a store like that in the middle of the night when they were open 24 hours. But I go when it's less people because I can feel all of their emotions. I can feel everything that's going on. And now, since I've awakened and my gifts are stronger every day, I can just about tell which person, when they walk by, if they're in pain or not. Before, it was just all these emotions all together. Now I can kind of single it out. And a light worker is healing. I've always wanted to take care of somebody. Always. My profession is nursing. So I figure, okay, I'll be a nurse. Yeah, well, my body doesn't like it. And so I said, well, I'll do cosmetology. That's still helping people, making them feel good, and I like to create things with my hands. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, well, I don't have the patience for it. So, come to find out during my awakening that the type of healer that I am, and that which is my life path, is to help people heal emotionally. And what makes me qualified to do that without having a medical degree to do that is my life experiences. I've experienced a lot in my life. And I would listen to people tell me that years ago, oh, well, you've had a hard life and you've had this. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't have a hard life, but in actuality, I did. Because at a young age, I shouldn't have gone through some of the things that I had gone through. Some people spend a lifetime and never go through those things. And I kept experiencing them over and over and over again. But as time goes on, we'll get into that more in depth of what each one is. And the last thing, an earth angel, is an angel that chooses to come to earth. And sometimes they're awakened and sometimes they're just born awake. Okay? None of us remember who we were before we were born, because when we're born into innocence. So our memories are erased and we don't remember. But when you have deja vu, you remember. Those are glimpses of things that you do remember, and places that you've gone to that you just think is deja vu or whatever. No, it's 9 times out of 10, it's things that you've seen because you've been there, or maybe you're having visions of things to come for other people or for you. You know, it can go either way. But back to the light worker. Okay. The light worker, there are different types of light workers. Um, they are also spiritual beings, but they come from different planets, different solar systems, which we are all spiritual beings here on earth, but we're different ones and we come from different places. And earth is a school. Okay, that's why spirit made earth. Earth is a school. By being spiritual beings, we don't have emotions. So we come here to learn emotions, and we sign a contract before we come. Before we're born, we sign a contract. And in that contract, you can decide who you want to have, who you want to marry. You can decide what your life purpose is, to be on the right path. You can decide if you want to be a bank robber, if you want to experience death. But then there's a twist to it too. You throw in a little free will to make it interesting, a little bit more interesting. Okay? And then you have triggers. Triggers are karmics. There are good karmics and there are bad karmics. You also sign a contract to be a karmic. People don't know that. The reason why you keep dealing with the same situations. Oh, well, I don't know why I keep getting men that are abusive in some type of way. Well, you signed that contract to learn that lesson. Okay? So then there are other ones that sign contracts to be your karmic. But you have to learn from it. And that's how you grow. That's what it means to grow. You learn from it, okay? So as you're going through these events and spirit gives you tests, just like if you were in earthly school, gives you a test to see if you learn these lessons. So after you've gone through these situations and you say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay. This is not for me. It's going to give you a test. So you think you're done? Really? Really? You think you're done? Okay. Well, here's Joe Smith. Let's see if you're done with that one. Let's see if you knock this out the park, okay? So, to test you to see if you're really done, if you pass that test, then you've learned that lesson. Now you get someone that's not going to be abusive to you. That's going to treat you nice and give you all the things that you want, and you guys can grow together. You see how this works? So, in my life, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. My family wasn't rich, but we weren't hurting. You might say that we were witches. Okay, so with that being said, everyone on earth is a witch. You're born that way because you're a spiritual being. Anytime you manipulate energy, and now they're calling it manifestations, okay? Anytime you alternate energy, that is witchcraft. And you can use it for good and you can use it for bad. There are no white witches. There are no dark witches. It's either you're good or you're bad. Okay? And there are some that walk in between. And the ones that walk in between are called gray. The gray witches are the ones that they're either dark mostly or they're good mostly. Okay? But what makes them gray is it's a balance. Everything in life has a balance. If things are out of balance, your work, your relationships with your children, your significant others, your job, everything has to have a balance. If it's out of balance, it's not going to work. Spirit is going to give you what's called tower moments. And that's part of spiritual awakening. And that's what you're experiencing now. You had a tower moment where he just tore your whole world apart. Either by death, divorce, near-death experiences, something to shake you up. And then there are some people that they just wake up one day and just feel that they just want to know more spiritually. Either way it goes, you're going to awaken, either in this lifetime or the next. And yes, there is reincarnation. Okay. And how I know all of this is I've done research as to what was going on with me. And I just know things. Okay. And I read tarot cards and oracle cards. And I ask spirit questions and I talk to them through the cards. I talk to deceased people through the cards. And your life experiences makes you qualified to do anything that may or may not need a degree for. Yes, you need a degree to go to be a doctor. Yes, you can't do life experiences, say, oh, I'm just going to operate today because, I operated on my doll, when I was younger. No, it doesn't work that way. That's not what I'm saying. And I know I'm going to get those people in the comments. Oh, I know. It's okay though. So, with that being said, I just wanted to give you a little background of what I've gone through. I've gone through multiple relationships. And like I started to say, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. And my parents were divorced when I was very young. That didn't affect me, but family seems to think that it did because I was different from the rest of the family, and how I handled it is because I don't know, I just detached and it didn't matter to me. I still have both of my parents. I still could see them. They still took care of me, but then again, I had everything material that I wanted, that I thought that I wanted. but there was no love in the house. So I started having spiritual awakenings very early. And a lot of times when you're called to wake up, you're born into certain situations. You're born to drug addicts. You're born to alcoholics. You're born to prostitution. You're born to a lot of things that will make you tough, because everyone that is awoke are not to carry out, to be beacons, to open up what's called the 7 candles. And we'll get into that a little later too. There's a lot to cover because society over centuries of years have misconstrued the Bible, and everything is all messed up. Some of the stories are true, but it's not meant in that way. One example is the coming of Christ. Okay? The coming of Christ is true, but people are looking for an actual man to come down with hail and brimstone, fire, or whatever. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. And the 7 candlesticks that says in Revelations, the 7 churches, that is not how that works. What's called the chosen ones are the people that travel the earth. And all they do is activate portals just by being there, just by visiting, being on vacation. Half of these people don't even know that that's what they're doing because they're not educated. They don't know. So I was told to come on YouTube, to start a platform everywhere, to spread this message, to help people heal, and to show them what's going on with their bodies. You have ailments that when you go to the doctor, they're gone because it's symptoms of having an awakening. And there are several different awakenings. There's a spiritual awakening, there's emotional awakening, there's Kundalini awakening, that people are just, I don't know, they're playing with it. You can't just go see a shaman and just say, oh, I think I want to do a Kundalini awakening, and I think I want that energy because I want all these magical gifts. You are a magical being. You don't need those magical gifts, because Kundalini awakening is not anything to play with, because if you don't know what you're doing with it, you will die. You will die. It literally feels like your body is on fire all the time. And the only way to make that burning sensation subside is to move around. And that's why they have Kundalini yoga, to move that energy around in a certain way. People are manifesting. For what? What are you manifesting? You manifest when you talk. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have witches doing things, teaching baby witches that things that they shouldn't be doing, things the wrong way, you know, manifesting things on a full moon. You don't manifest on a full moon, you banish. The full moon is to take things away, it is a clearing to remove obstacles out of your way. And the new moon is to bring in the new intentions. There are so many witches that are not in hiding anymore. We're not afraid. We're not afraid. And I don't mean that in a, a harsh way, but what I mean by being not afraid is that we're not hiding. We're expressing who we are and what we do. And we don't care about anybody else's opinions. And most of us are not here to harm you. So we're not hexing people. That's another thing. We're not hexing people. We have other things to do with our time. We use our witchcraft to make the world better. We use it. Some of us are gatekeepers, okay? That's another type of light worker. To keep bad energies out. So, I mean, there's a lot to this. And if you don't understand it and you're going through a spiritual awakening and you go through the dark night of the soul, which is really painful, you withdraw, you feel depressed, you don't want to get out of bed, you just cry all the time, you think you're worthless. Yeah, I'm here to help you guys, because it's not fun. But the only thing is, when it's over and you understand everything, it is so much better. It is. It feels so good. I feel so light. I don't have anything restricted. And I do a lot of things. I run a salon. I have a clothing business. I still do nursing. Now I'm doing this. So yeah, I get it. I do. But it is so much better. You have so much freedom. You can relate to people a lot better. You use your intuition more. Your intuition gets stronger. All your senses are stronger. Like now, I used to love loud music. When I was younger, playing music in my car, whatever, or in the house with the kids when they were small. I don't even enjoy that anymore. And it's not because I'm getting older. It's just because when you awaken, your senses are heightened. You don't loud talking people, you don't want to, no, God, no, just go away. Go away. I I don't want to hear that. Just go away. You're too loud. Hey, come on. Really. No. But yes, so, and I have Patreon channel. Okay. So over on Patreon, once a month, we will, you can sign up over there, and on that platform, we will, I will do live sessions and do readings for you guys. It'll be like, little short readings for whoever wants a reading. That's fine. And you can also sign up for coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions, and either there or on my website, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching sessions, or you can do mini courses on Patreon, or you can sign up to do the full course on the website. And the links, everything is down in the description below. So there's that. And once a month, I'll have a guest speaker to come and tell their story about their journey and what they went through. Like I used to work with a nurse, well, I still do work with a nurse that he went through his spiritual awakening and he didn't know what it was after a breakup. And he's going to talk about his journey, about how he healed from it and what made him better. And now he's in this nice, loving relationship and he's happy. So it doesn't have to be painful. And I'm not biased. I grew up very religious, so I understand religion, and I choose not to be religious. I'm spiritual because I understand and I see the true meaning. I see things a lot clearer now. So I'm not judging anyone. That's your choice. Everybody has free will. We're just here to express love. We're just here to love each other and lift each other up and be there for one another. When people do bad things to you, forgive them. That is true what Jesus said in the Bible. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because you don't. You're not awake. You don't know what you're doing. You think that you're doing things for your benefit or for someone else's benefit. And you just don't understand. So it's different if you understand and you're awake and you choose to do these other things. Okay, well then, yeah, I really wouldn't want to do that. I really wouldn't want to do that. Okay. But when you're not awake and not aware, awake means being aware. Okay, you have awareness. You know why you're here. You know where you come from, or have an idea of where you come from. Okay, and then you still do the same thing. No, that doesn't fly. That's not acceptable. You're here to love each other. And you're here to help each other, no matter what. But you also can't neglect yourself to help someone else. It's like in the aircraft. Do not put your oxygen mask on do not help someone else with their oxygen mask if you don't have yours on first, okay? So that applies to this too. So don't go out there helping people unless you're helping yourself too. Love yourself first. Love you. And then you can go help other people, okay? That's how this works. But that's okay. We'll get there. I'll show you. And on some things, we're still learning together because I don't know everything. There are some things we're still learning together. So, but for now, today's lesson, how about we just forgive those that have hurt us? Because why hold it against them? It was a contract. It was a lesson everybody had to learn. Because trust me, like they hurt you and it was your contract, they have a contract too. Okay? Love you guys. And I will see you for our first lesson next Sunday at 1 p.m. Blessed be.